journalist what was the best time of his life, President Jimmy Carter responded, "For Rosalind and I, it's been the years since we left the presidency." In his book, Beyond the White House, he speaks of the humanitarian work that the two of them have been engaged in his post-presidential years. The Carter Center was the keystone of those years and continues to be so. The Carter Center in Atlanta, Georgia, is devoted to a number of humanitarian goals around the world. Among them, negotiating peace between warring factions, wherever violence and warfare is occurring, mediating between countries on the verge of war, encouraging the democratic process whenever there are elections that may face the danger of fraud or illegality. But primarily, one of the things I think that is most impressive is the work of the Carter Center in eliminating some diseases that occur only in the tropics. And a good example is guinea worm. Guinea worm, very common in places like Southeast Asia and Sub-Saharan Africa, is this parasitic creature that infiltrates the human body. It comes through the drinking water. Contaminated drinking water contains the eggs of this little creature. Once it enters the human system, it creates an incredibly painful condition as it wanders its way, devouring its way through the human body. Do not pull them out because they break off, they become infected, and the pain is excruciating. This is an absolutely terrible condition. And yet, it could be cured by a number of very simple means, but the people didn't know that. Denied educational opportunities. They thought the guinea worm was caused by all sorts of things, even the placement of the constellations in the night sky. Jimmy Carter's work proved to them that what you had to do was filter your drinking water through cloth. You don't filter out the eggs of the guinea worm. Something as simple as that. And President Carter and Mrs. Carter succeeded in getting corporate donations to provide the type of cloth necessary to filter out the guinea worm. And they also devised this very inexpensive water filter. A person can drink the water through the filter, it filters out the eggs of the guinea worm, and there is no longer a threat. It required some contributions by a number of very generous people, but they succeeded in practically eliminating guinea worm infestations wherever they had been occurring. The Carter Center has had an equal success rate in addressing river blindness, reducing the instances of elephantiasis in tropical countries, reducing the occurrences of malaria and other diseases. And so Jimmy Carter is on very firm ground when he says, this is the best time in my life. To learn more about it, we encourage you to read his book, Beyond the White House. Thank you.